We're here in my studio in Perkins, Oklahoma. My wife Martha is handling the camera and will be interjecting as she sees fit, answering questions. You can make comments on the Instagram even as this is going on, and Martha will tell me the questions since she is reading the phone, and we can answer them during the hour that we're going to be here. I'm doing a small sketch here, 11 by 14. This is on panel, wood panel, and we're doing this little painting from a sketch that I have done before. And this should take right at 45 minutes to an hour. I work in acrylics. I'm sure a lot of you people do also. We discovered long ago when I was in school that acrylics suited me better. Without too much further ado, I don't think I need to explain too much else. I'm going to go ahead and get started on this little thing, and we can talk as we go.
I've got this set up so that everyone can see mostly the canvas. I'll go back and forth because we have a microphone on mic and it's not the longest cord in the world. I cannot back up any further than I am right now and have Mike mic'd. So we're going to pay most of the attention to the canvas. You can see here that Mike stands pretty far back from the canvas. You can see how he addresses the canvas. So now he's starting, and I'm just going to back up and if I see any questions, I'll write them down, and then in about 15 minutes I'll interrupt Mike and we'll ask questions.
When you get around to it, you might shoot my palette. Shoot my palette.
Oh, okay. I'm going to come back behind Mike, and I'm going to show you his palette. Actually, I'm going to go in front. You can see right there his paints, big hunk of glass that he uses for his palette. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit closer to the canvas. What colors are you using?
Right now I'm just using black and a medium red, medium cadmium red.
And are you thinning it down with anything?
A little bit of medium, matte medium.
Do I need to move? What do I need to do? Oh,
Hold
here.
on. Put it right here.
I'm moving the microphone, guys. This is a work in progress. There we go.
Good. Okay, basically all we're doing right now is kind of laying in a general color. One thing I discovered when I was going to school in New York was that everybody has a blush of red across their cheeks and nose. And so it's good to get that in pretty early. And if you're going to have a strong color, which we're going to have in this painting, it's a good idea to go ahead really quickly and put it in, because everything in the painting is going to have to work with it. One thing about working with acrylics is, I'm sure you all understand, is you have to work pretty quickly so that you don't waste paint, because it will dry on your palette. And I'm getting paint all over the phone cord. I don't guess it matters.
Doesn't matter. I'm going to stand on the stand. It's okay.
Oh, did I nearly pull it over?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm going to get in for a little closer detail. It's been a long time since I've watched Mike paint like this, and I want you to see these individual brush strokes, how much detail is coming in on this painting. It's really fun to watch it from this close. And hi honey.
Hey, sweetheart.
Here we are. Okay. I'm going to try to stay as close as I can without actually getting in his way.
You get in the way?
And Kate just said, remember, you're not doing it right if you don't get paint everywhere. That is exactly right.
Yeah, Kate did say that, didn't she?
She did. Okay, I'm seeing. Okay, we're back live. This is going to go in and out. From what I understand, we don't have Wi-Fi at the studio. We do everything cellularly, and even though we do have 4G, sometimes this video cuts in and out, so we really appreciate your patience with this.
Got a wild hair. Hate it when that happens.
I hate it when that happens.
How we doing?
What?
Time.
Oh, let me see. It is
Just 10 minutes.
6:41. So you're doing real good on time.
What was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the calendar on your phone is updating, even as we speak. Chakma, Chickasaw Nation is watching. Okay, I'm going to get in another close-up. Okay, guys, here we are. Look at that brushwork. Isn't that yummy? And again, here is the drawing that he is using for inspiration. I always wanted to direct.
I know you are one.
And now I are one. Okay. What was that you just put on the palette?
Medium. This
Okay.
is a matte medium. We buy it by the gallon and refill this jar. I have had this jar since the late 70s.
Oh my. What blue is that?
This is ultramarine blue and white. We have discovered that ultramarine blue has so many fine qualities. The one I use in the sky.
Yeah.
And it's just luscious.
It is, and you put more white in that one then.
Yeah.
I'm going to get another close-up. This is really, really taken on it. Just a really cool quality. I know I'm prejudiced, but hey.
An artist's best tool.
His finger?
His finger.
Or his fingernail? I just took a picture, and I'll post it later, of how what close Okay, does anybody have any questions about the painting or what he's doing next? You know, we could take a few minutes for questions right now. So it's my understanding, if you put them in the comments, that I'll see them, and I'll be able to ask Mike live. So if anybody has any questions about this painting or his colors or anything like that, please let me know. Or please comment. Patricia, he's painting on a panel. He's really gotten, he really enjoys the wood panels. It's what, a firmer surface?
Yeah, the paint stays totally on the surface.
The paint, if you heard that,
the
paint stays totally on the surface. And the smaller paintings that he's doing now, we ordered these panels, jeepers, by the case.
Jerry's Artorama.
No, Jerry's Artorama is where we get some of the frames. It's Utrecht.
Oh, that's right. Utrecht.
No, who bought Utrecht? Dick Blick.
Dick Blick.
Dick Blick Supplies. Mike uses Utrecht paint, and Dick Blick bought Utrecht. Belinda, I don't know if you caught that or not. I'm not close to the thing. I'm gonna take the microphone. Belinda, Mike uses Utrecht paints, Utrecht. Utrecht was bought by Dick Blick, and so you buy them through the Dick Blick catalogs, or if there's a Dick Blick store around. But we buy them.
They'll answer to either one on the computer.
Oh, okay. You can do a search for either Dick Blick or Utrecht, but we use the heavy body acrylics. Yes, he does gesso on the wood. The wood it's not a solid piece of wood. It's a little piece of masonite that, you know what? I'm going to show you. Hold on just real quick.
Quarter-inch thick.
It's quarter-inch thick, but it's got a, I'm going to go around to the back so that you can see. Ooh. So you can, I can't get that way. We've got quite a setup here. You know what? I'm going around. I'm going to go around this way. I've got it right here. See, here's the panel. There's a frame, and then there's a quarter-inch of masonite. It's like masonite, or is it plywood?
I'm not exactly sure.
But then, after he gets the panel, then he gessos it. Okay, I'm going to put the microphone back on Mike. And thank you, Kate, for helping me with that answer. We do have a project coming up, and I will tell you about it. I'm taking the microphone again. Mike is having a rather large one-man show at the Goddard Art Center in Ardmore at the end of the summer. The opening reception is on September 5th. I think it's from 6 to 7:30. It is probably already on their website. It will also be on our website, the information about it, and we'll be putting it up on Instagram also. I'm miking you up again. I'm going to give you another close-up of the front of the panel. That is really looking good.
Okay, I'm going to mix some paint here for a minute.
Okay. I'm going to get up a close-up of Mike mixing some paint here.
I'm going to mix the background color.
Okay. I'm taking the mic, and I'm getting a close-up of, I'm going to come around to the other side of his table, and he is going to mix some background color. What are you using? What colors?
White and yellow ochre.
White and yellow ochre. That's a sizable gob of paint there. Technical art term.
Sizable or gob?
Gob. Okay, I'm going to come back and mic you up again. This is a really interesting thing that I love to watch Mike do when he puts on the background color and he cuts out around the subject. Really defines the subject in the painting. Oops, there you go.
What?
Oh, I got off there for a sec.
Thought you were oopsing at me. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I got off center again. I got to put this thing down in my other hand. There we go.
What'd you do?
Oh, I had your phone, monitoring it on your phone while I'm taping on my phone. I cannot do two things at once.
Oop. Okay, what I just did there is really important when you have all this white out here, for instance, or a brightness, and you're trying to cut out some hair, have some of that brightness show back there behind his head. make sure that this little spot here is not the same brightness as that. Or when you look at the painting, that is all you'll see. Do you see?
That's good. Yeah.
Just dull it a little bit, darken it, or this is just raw sienna that I put in there. But I think you can tell that it diminished in importance when I put that.
And it
Can you
didn't
see
become
that?
the bullseye.
It didn't become a bullseye, which is very important.
Mike is left-handed, so to the best of my knowledge, you are watching this video in the proper way. And that's a good question. Any estimates of how many pieces Mike has painted? I would...
Oh, was that a question?
Yeah, that was a question.
I don't have any idea.
Don't have any idea. We lost all of our records in 1991 in the studio fire. So we do occasionally have collectors that get in touch with us all these years later that send us photographs of older works, which is really great to see because we had no record of them. So, that's a great question, but
I have no way to know.
no way to know.
A bunch.
A bunch.
Okay.
He has
literally.
painted a bunch.
I have painted a bunch.
And I forget who it was that said they liked the texture in the background. It's even, I'm going to get up closer and see if, real quick, see if you can see the actual brushwork. It does create a really great background using the brushwork that he does. Okay, I'm going to have to sit this down a second before my hands start shaking. There we go. All right, I'm pretty close. And you're putting some of that red into that background, into the shadow. That's cool. Yeah.
One thing too, and it's really important, an important thing. Here we have this brilliant blue in his shirt, and one thing we have discovered a lot is that that color is going to show up underneath the chin. Remember that, looking at with the elders?
Yeah.
We saw that. And also above the eyes, in the shadows. And it's always a good idea to add either a little gray or blue to the face of a man as it recedes around. Generally speaking, men have whiskers. I've known some women that have whiskers too.
You're looking at me, aren't you?
Is it looking okay?
Oh, it's looking great. It's looking really good. Let's see. Let me see what color. It is 7:04. You have 26 minutes.
Well, what am I going to do with all this time?
I don't know. Belinda, that was nice what you said about the ease with which you paint. I think he really enjoys it. Dean, Mike paints in acrylics. He used to paint in oils, but in the late 80s, early 90s, he switched over to acrylics, and it really suits him better. I hope you're hearing me. It really suits him better because it is a more immediate medium, and he can layer on the color and the brushwork a lot easier in acrylics. When you were at the Art Students League, did you paint in oils or acrylics?
I painted in oils because I was required.
Oh, you were required to. So we actually have a couple of paintings of his pre-fire that happened to be at his mother's house that are in oil.
And survived.
And survived. The best painting he did at the Art Students League got stolen there at the Art Students League during lunch.
Out of the art bins.
Out of the art bins. His best painting got stolen. But we have a really nice floral still life. The one of the violets in the white pot or the white vase. Vase. Salon chair. Any other questions, guys? I can tell we're going to have to do this again. It's kind of fun. But not in the evening. I'm going to get another close-up. This is just wonderful. Okay, here's a great question. What's the biggest change in your painting style as you've gotten older?
Luckily, for me, they are becoming simpler. I'm letting brushwork take over where I used to be so inclined to do detail.
The beadwork.
The beadwork, yeah.
You used to do very intricate beadwork, and you don't do that anymore.
I don't do that anymore. And we've discovered that simplicity is a real benefit. And it's not that I'm being lazy or anything like that. It's just, I think over the years I have just started seeing things a little bit differently.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Keep it simple, stupid. There's a lot to be said for that. I think that looks pretty good.
I think it looks great. I'm going to attempt to save this on IGTV so that it can be watched more again and again. Mike has painted quite a few full-blood Chickasaws. There's a question here if you had painted live full-blood Native Americans.
Yes.
And Mike's done this project for the Chickasaw Nation of the Living Elders, and we have painted full-blood. We have painted Chickasaw speakers, Erie Cravat. No, that was Emily Dickerson. Emily Dickerson was a Chickasaw-only speaker. It's been a real pleasure to get to paint so many Native peoples. And thank you for that compliment. Your simplicity is working great for you. That was nice. Kate, I don't think there's near enough paint on this, on the microphone cord. He must not be working at it enough. But there's plenty on the apron. There you go.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Okay, let's take a good look at this one. That turned out wonderfully, if I do say so myself.
Say it again.
That turned out wonderfully.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome. Okay. So guys, we've been at this for about 45 minutes, I think.
Yes, exactly 45 minutes.
Exactly 45 minutes. Any more questions that you would like to ask Mike? As you can see, the walls of the studio are...
You want to look at a painting or two?
Sure. We're going to look at some paintings. You're going to have to leave that on so that they can hear you. We are preparing paintings for the show that we're doing down in Ardmore.
At the museum.
At the museum. Yeah. And you could see just on the background, a lot of people are leaving now that the painting demonstration is over with. So I'm just going to do a real quick scan of the back wall. Mike's studio is in Perkins, Oklahoma now. You can go to our website, which is larsenstudio.com, LARSEN studio.com, and it has all of his biographical information and like that. So, great painting.
Thank
you. Was fun. Like I said, I am going to try to save this to Instagram TV so that it will be on there. And you know, maybe we'll paint live one day during the middle of the day.
Hold on.
And like that. Hi, director here. Now go to the pretty stuff. So anyway, thank you all for joining us. And this demonstration, I'm going to try to get it on Instagram television so you can see the whole thing from the beginning if you signed on late. Thank you guys for your positive comments. It's really been a lot of fun, and you know, it's always great to be with other artists. So you guys take care.
And we are really thrilled that we could do this with the Oklahoma Art Guild.
Yeah, we really are. It was great being invited, and we're really impressed with the way they've gotten everybody connected, even during this time of not being able to get together. So anyway, bye you guys.
If I can, real quickly, buy your brushes in person.
Don't buy them online.
Don't buy them online. You got to feel these rascals first when you buy them.
You heard it here first. Bye, y'all.